So, this week, two completely losing teams play against each other. So one of us has to break our losing streak. And I don't know if you guys could guess which one. But here's a little spoiler. It's me. I won. So, let's jump right into this. Mike, your trainer doesn't look anything like you. Just saying. So he starts out with Chestnut, which this is the second week that he started with Chestnut. The 2 weeks prior, he started with Steelix, which I was prepared for. But, so I bring in Tangrowth, a pretty good counter to Chestnut. Because I was like, well, he didn't bring Steelix, and, the other times he started with Chestnut, so here we go. So I get a Toxic up, and that's basically the only thing I can do to him, but he can't really do anything to me, so I'm not too worried. He's just setting up some spikes, because I guess that's what he does. I do use Earthquake. I don't know, I think at that point I just kind of panicked, and I was like, well, I don't really have anything that can like hurt it at all, like on my team. Like I don't have a really good answer for Chestnut, to be completely honest. I just like have stuff that he can't hurt. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm gonna bring in Toxapex. Not sure exactly what the reasoning here was. I don't quite remember. But let's see, all this like extra HP stuff, leftovers, Black Sludge, takes forever. But, oh, now he's getting poisoned. So he uses Wood Hammer. And that does a pretty good amount. Not gonna lie, pretty good amount. Oh, so I started setting up Toxic Spikes. Like, I want to get my hazards set up. And, they come in pretty clutch towards like the rest of the game. So, you know, I'm doing this, and I was expecting him to go for another Wood Hammer, and he doesn't. He uses Drain Punch, which does literally nothing. Honestly, if he would have done another Wood Hammer, it would have gotten pretty close to taking me out. I didn't do the calcs or anything, but before it did like a third, and I had like a little over a third left, but I mean either way I recovered, so it doesn't really matter. But I was really expecting a Wood Hammer, which is why I recovered. So I'm pretty much back up to full HP here, and he's just kind of letting the poison kill him, and then he finally switches out, because the poison definitely would have killed him next turn, but that Toxic restarts, of course. So he brings in Starmie, which I realized I also didn't have like a super good answer to. But I set up that second layer of spikes, and then I'm like, he has run Thunderbolt on this guy a couple times now, and Psychic moves. So that stuff can really fuck me up. So I gotta get my girl out of there, because I wanna keep her alive this week. So I bring in Gliscor, and there's that Psychic move that would have completely killed Toxapex. It doesn't really do anything to my Grapist, and yeah, we get that Toxic Orb, and I leave before I can even get the heal, the poison heal activated, but it's cool. And I come back because I was like, oh shit, he probably has Ice Beam. I didn't even think about that. So then I bring in Toxapex. He didn't predict that, so he didn't pick a Psychic move. So we're good here. I was making some good predictions, and I get Toxapex out there again. And then I bring in Greninja, because I was like, well, I think Greninja can kind of handle this. So I take the Ice Beam, not very effective. We're doing pretty good here. And I use Dark Pulse. And I get the KO. And I evolve into our boy, Ash Greninja. which now he looks way more like Eraserhead, which is why I named him this, but, you know, I don't think I've actually gotten him to become Ash Greninja since I have had him on my team. So he brings in his new Pokemon, Kyurem, Victor Fries, and that 2-layer Toxic Spikes gets him poisoned. Evan told me that No Boy Allowed, my homegirl, got 5 statuses this week, so she's doing work, even if she's not on the court, even from the sidelines, she's doing work. Oh, Stack Attack took that Draco Meteor, kind of. No recovery moves on Stack Attack though, unfortunately. Or Regenerator. I am so spoiled by having 2 tanky Regenerator Pokemon that sometimes I forget that Stack Attack does not have Regenerator, and I get disappointed. Anyway, I sacrifice Stack Attack. And I bring in Hydreigon. My super speedy boy this week, I decided to go Choice Scarf on him instead of a Z Stone because specifically of the boy Charizard. Anyway, I fell into this. I tried to do Draco Meteor, but of course he switched in Clefable. But it's okay because I got Poison up. I just gotta get out of here because she can Fairy Move me. So I bring in Toxapex and Thunder Wave. So I become paralyzed. And I mean that doesn't really matter. Toxapex is already slow, and then I actually don't think I end up missing any moves or anything. And even if I did, it's not like the biggest deal for Toxapex, because the most attacking move I have is Scald, which, I mean, Toxapex's attack is nothing to be jealous of, so. And then there's this Jirachi, which, whatever. So I do Scald, doesn't really do anything, but I get the fucking burn. So there's another status that No Boy Allowed gets. And, I get the fuck out of there, because I think Jirachi learns, like, electric moves. Pretty sure that's what it was what I was afraid of. And, oh no, Zen Headbutt. That would have been scary. Alright, so now I activate the Poison Heal. Yeah, so I didn't before, like I thought. And, I just eat these Zen Headbutts up. Gliscor don't care. And, I just keep healing. And he keeps burning. I avoid the attack, and I use some Earthquake. And I want to say that takes it out. It takes it out. Bye, Jirachi. So I think at this point, is that 2 Pokemon down or 3 Pokemon down? I don't completely remember. But here's Kyurem again. And I gotta get out of there because that's an Ice Dragon. So like, Ice is not good. Oh, but I Protect. Yeah. Even though, like, obviously Ice Beam. But I just, like, I don't know, I didn't really have anything good, and I didn't know what I wanted to do yet, so I kind of just, like, did a little Protect, just to, like, get an extra turn to think about what I wanted to do. So I do bring Gliscor out, and then I bring Tangrowth in. Because, like, an Ice Beam isn't super gonna hurt Tangrowth, but he does go for the Dragon Pulse instead. And, that kind of did a lot. That kind of hurt. And at this point, I'm like, do I really need Tangrowth for anything else, or can I sacrifice him to bring in Hydreigon? And I was like, I can sacrifice him. I don't really need Tangrowth for anything else. He did a lot of work this game. I'm okay with sacrificing him. And, Kyurem's, like, chipped down a lot from this poison, so now I bring in my Hydreigon, which can definitely outspeed, obviously, because Choice Scarf, and he just gets out of there. But I don't go for the Draco Meteor this time. I go for the Flash Cannon, the Steel move, because I predicted that shit. But it's not enough. Unfortunately, it is not enough. because bulk. But I want to say he leaves Clefable in, and I just go for another flash cannon. So yeah. Can you guys hear my cat? She wants me to pet her. Oh, and here's this. So I am choiced into flash cannon, which does nothing to Charizard, and I cannot risk losing Hydreigon. So I bring in Toxapex because I have Haze on Toxapex, and I knew he was going to try to Dragon Dance on me, and I'm not having that happen. Because if he Dragon Dances, Hydreigon with a Twist Scarf no longer outspeeds, in case you didn't know. So now he Megas after getting the Dragon Dance up. And he goes for the Dragon Claw. I eat it up. And I go for the Haze. And not gonna lie, I just kept hitting that Haze until he killed me. Because if he went for another Dragon Dance, I was not gonna risk losing the whole game, because I would lose the whole game. So I haze, I keep hazing, I just keep hazing. That's all I do. I just keep hazing. There it goes, a Dragon Dance. But don't you worry, because I hazed. And yeah. And then he does kill me next turn. And then I get to bring Hydreigon in. But I'm ahead of myself. So there's that kill that I spoiled many times. And there's Hydreigon that I spoiled many times. And he withdraws! I literally like almost killed myself. Because I was like, I can't. Like, if he Dragon Dances again, I lost my answer to Haze. And I was so nervous, and like, this special attack drops, and drops, and drops, and drops. And like, I'm choiced, so I have to just Dragon Dance, like, I have to just Draco Meteor. And I just keep Draco Meteoring? Meteor hyphen ing. And I kill his Kyurem. But now I'm at like -4. And he, at this point, he was like, good game. But I am having like a heart attack. Because he can Dragon Dance. Just if he just Dragon Dances. Because this doesn't kill him. Because I'm at -4. Like, and he was like, oh shit, that didn't kill me? And I was like, no, dude! -4! -4 Hydreigon. And then I die, so then I'm dead. And I was like, fuck! But then I remembered. Our good friend, teacher, mentor, Eraserhead. And I just go for the surf. I'm faster. He didn't Dragon Dance again. We good. And he's dead. And I got my first win. The Lavender Lillipups came out. Is this week 4? Week 4. With a W. I was very happy. Sorry, Mike. I'm not like happy for you. Unfortunately, you're still losing. You still got your losing streak. But I believe in you. I believe that you can win one. So next week I face Dan, who's gonna go super easy on me because I'm a 5-year-old baby, and I've lost 3 battles, so I'm obviously not good. See you next week!